Imagine a future where we can directly intervene in the Earth's climate system to slow down or even reverse the effects of global warming. A world where science and technology are used not only to reduce carbon emissions, but to actively cool the planet and protect ecosystems. This isn't a far-fetched dream, but a real possibility, thanks to the emerging field of geoengineering. And at the heart of this effort are the geoengineering experts, professionals who design and implement large-scale interventions in the climate to combat the devastating impacts of climate change. But what exactly does a geoengineering expert do, and how are they shaping the future of our planet? In this video, we're going to dive into this fascinating, controversial field and explore the role these experts play in our fight against global warming. Geoengineering, in simple terms, refers to the deliberate modification of the Earth's climate system to counteract the effects of global warming. As the climate crisis deepens, traditional methods of reducing emissions may not be enough to keep global temperatures in check. This is where geoengineering comes in. By using technology to reflect sunlight, capture carbon from the atmosphere, or even alter weather patterns, geoengineering experts aim to slow down or reverse global temperature rise. While the concept is still in its early stages, it's gaining traction as a potential tool in the fight against climate change. So, what does a geoengineering expert actually do? These specialists are responsible for designing and implementing large-scale interventions such as artificial cloud seeding, ocean fertilization, and carbon capture technologies. Their work is rooted in a deep understanding of climate science, engineering, and environmental ethics. Let's take a closer look at some of the most promising geoengineering techniques and how these experts are working to make them a reality. One of the most talked about methods is solar radiation management, or SRM. This technique involves reflecting a small portion of the sun's rays back into space to reduce global temperatures. Think of it as installing a giant sunshade for the Earth. One proposed way to achieve this is through artificial cloud seeding, where particles are sprayed into the atmosphere to increase cloud cover and reflect sunlight. Geoengineering experts are studying the best materials and methods to do this safely, without causing unintended consequences to the weather systems or ecosystems below. Another key focus for geoengineering experts is carbon dioxide removal, or CDR. This method aims to directly pull CO2 out of the atmosphere and store it, reducing the greenhouse gases that are causing global warming. While trees and oceans naturally absorb carbon, the sheer amount of CO2 we pumped into the atmosphere over the last century is overwhelming natural systems. To counter this, geoengineering experts are developing technologies like direct air capture, where machines filter CO2 from the air and store it underground or use it in other applications. Another approach is ocean fertilization, where nutrients are added to the ocean to stimulate algae growth, which absorbs CO2 as it grows. However, the role of a geoengineering expert isn't just about designing these technologies. It's also about understanding the broader implications of intervening in the Earth's climate system. These interventions are on a massive scale and the risks involved are significant. One of the biggest challenges geoengineering experts face is ensuring that these techniques do more good than harm. For example, while increasing cloud cover might reduce global temperatures, it could also disrupt weather patterns, leading to droughts or floods in certain regions. The role of a geoengineering expert is to carefully balance these risks and ensure that any intervention is both effective and safe for the planet. Because of this, geoengineering experts spend a lot of time conducting research and running simulations. They work with complex climate models to understand how different geoengineering techniques will affect not just global temperatures, but also regional climates, ecosystems, and human populations. They analyze the potential trade-offs, asking tough questions like, what happens if we cool the planet too much? Could we inadvertently create new problems while trying to solve global warming? Another key aspect of a geoengineering expert's work is public policy and ethics. Large-scale climate interventions are inherently controversial, and any decision to implement them would require global cooperation and regulation. Geoengineering experts work with governments, environmental organizations, and international bodies to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly. They help develop frameworks for regulating geoengineering projects, ensuring that any intervention is done transparently and with the approval of the global community. The ethical challenges are significant. Should we even be intervening in the Earth's natural systems in such a drastic way? Some critics argue that focusing on geoengineering could distract from more critical efforts to reduce carbon emissions and transition to renewable energy. Geoengineering experts must navigate these debates, ensuring that their work complements rather than replaces traditional climate solutions. As we look to the future, the role of geoengineering experts will only become more important. With global temperatures continuing to rise, we may soon reach a point where geoengineering is not just an option but a necessity. These experts are working to ensure that when that time comes, we have the knowledge, tools, and ethical frameworks in place to use these technologies responsibly. One of the most exciting aspects of geoengineering is its potential to buy us time. While reducing emissions is critical, it's a slow process, and we're already seeing the impacts of climate change, from more frequent wildfires and hurricanes to rising sea levels. Geoengineering could offer a temporary solution to cool the planet while we continue to work on the longer-term goal of reducing greenhouse gases. As we continue to face the growing threat of climate change, the work of geoengineering experts will be key to shaping a more sustainable future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.